Hello everyone, so welcome to another episode of Adishattv Gaming Time. Now there's a couple of things I would like to say before we start the episode of the Spyro the Dragon timeline. I just want to say that this, from the 15th of July I will be going on a break, but not on a break from most channels. Channels that I do a lot of work for, like my main one and also a little bit of production, I will be on my let's say off schedule, so doing different stuff. Now I'm going to say that this is going to affect all of the channels, but I will try and keep the Addis Games one running, but not as much. So you'll get uploads, but for instance there may be a week where you get uploads, and there may be a week where you don't get uploads. I just want to say that also this channel will go under construction as of changing some stuff up. So from banners, profile pic, maybe even the name, and also the schedule, and I'm doing that to all of the channels, well, the ones that suck. Anyway, here's the intro. Now before we begin, jeez, this timeline is different. Crash Bandicoot is nothing like this. Spyro has gone through a couple of recarnations. He has. We've seen him in the early stages when Insomniac was in charge, from Spyro Hero's Tale, in the Crash Bandicoot universe, at Skylanders, and Legends of the Spyro series. But I've got something to tell you. I'm going to be telling you two timelines instead of one. Okay, one thing I will say, sorry that I've got the fan on, it's hot and I can't do these things. Anyway, where am I with? Okay. Alright, so Adam put up now. Alright. So the timeline from it goes from the first game, as we all know. We know it from Spyro 1, and then it goes on from Spyro 2, and then Spyro 3, as usual, as the timeline got started. Because Spyro 1 was like the introduction to the whole game, Spyro 2 was another introduction where some mechanics got introduced, and in Spyro 3 we got to play as other characters, which was fantastic, and also there was more of a storyline in Spyro. And then it went through a phase where Insomniac left it, and then Spyro Enter the Dragonfly was here. As above, some people call them Spyro 4. And we all know that it was basically Ripto returns. I swear that's a title, but somehow he escaped being burned alive. I know. And then we've got Spyro Season of Ice 1 and 2. I haven't played this game, I haven't heard of it, so please don't shout me. And then we've got Spyro Attack of the Why-Nots. And then we've got Spyro A Hero's Tale, which in this one, they branched out to bigger stuff they did. So like for instance, you get to, a bit like Spyro 3, where you get to play as other characters, and they also introduced new characters, with graphics being more better, and also the game being more scarier, and the dragons having a bit more purpose than the other one, and the game being much more just fantastic. And if you didn't tell, that's one of my favourite Spyro games. Then after that we have got Spyro Orange, or otherwise known as the Cortex Conspiracy. Basically on this one, Crash and Spyro came together to make this game. So basically, Spyro is doing Crasher stuff, and Crasher is doing Spyro stuff in these two separate games. So, what that means that it's different. Now, this game is partly a story, but also partly a mini game as well. Okay, now I'm entering this bit where I need to be a little bit careful. Okay, so now we're moving on to the Crash timeline. When he involves into that, he does. Because then after this, I'll hopefully make my correction on the board right now. We've got Crash Twinstiy with his little appearance, and then we've got Crash Nitro Kart, but just for the Game Boy, because he didn't appear in any of them, any of the others. Then we've got Spyro Shadow Legacy, and then after that we've got the Legend of Spyro series we have. So from what I'm guessing, it's from what happened after Spyro Shadow Legacy. And then after that we've got the Skylander games we have, and the Skylander games are basically kind of like, it's them and Skylanders, the TV series, together, because those stories take place in each, like for instance a day. So one game could last for 2 weeks in their world. An episode that you watch could last for 5 hours or a whole day or 2 days. But then, in one of the episodes of Skylanders Academy, Crash is there, and he says that the reason why he was there, he got transported somehow by this black hole, and he was wanting to save Torna, which is from Crash 1, to stop Cortex. So, from what we know, Skylanders Academy is also taken, one of those episodes taking place back when Crash 1 was released. So it'll make more sense when I put it up. Now, there wasn't any other games like Crash and Batman Arkham that I said I didn't know. This I truly knew, and I'll put my source information down below. This one is a different timeline, and thanks to a video which is that one there, this is how the timeline goes. Because all of this doesn't make sense, because you've got the Spyro games, which is like 1 to 3, and then you've got Legends of Spyro, and then you've got Skylanders, and then you've got those other games. So now, some of the stuff made sense, but some of them different. I may show you some of the video in a minute. So, how it goes from this video is that it first started out with Spyro 1, 2, 3, and then something happened between that time for Legends of Tomorrow. Now, Legends of Spyro. Now, assuming in this video whatever happened with meeting Crash didn't exist, but let's just assume all of that did happen. And then after that, Legends of Spyro happened. But then between this, there was a note from the YouTuber saying that Spyro died and then reincarnated and then lost some of his memory, but also meeting the original Sparks from Spyro 1. And then that's how he got into Skylands. So I guess his memory got wiped when he died. And then it goes on from the Skylanders, the video games, and then there was also a little bit of a comic which it showed some of the Skylanders, mainly Spyro and Cinder, facing off this big dragon who knew who Spyro and Cinder was. This big dragon, the YouTuber said that he's been around since Spyro 1. He has, so he basically knows all of the history of him. So he's either some messed up bad guy stalker, or he was once a friend to Spyro and then stuff happened. So in some cases we can confirm two things. We can that Skylanders got made because we think that something happened between the timelines we did, and somehow it got all messed up. But we could also confirm that there are two timelines that one needs to be confirmed. Which one is real? Is it the one I've just said to you, or is it the one that I said to you before this, or is it this one here? Because if Spyro never met Crash, then the only time that he would met Crash would have meant that he met Crash in Skylanders Academy, the TV series. So, which one's will? You know, let's have a bit of a photo and decide, and maybe one day Activision or Insomniac or someone, or even Naughty Dog will see this and then they can actually confirm some stuff with the timeline, because even though that Naughty Dog wouldn't have anything involved with this, they do have something involved in Crash Bandicoot 1. Anyway, so I'm going to leave a poll here. Adam, do that please. Anyway, thanks for watching this Spyro timeline. This one was a bit weird, and I found that it's a bit dark as well. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you want more timeline stuff, like this, comment, and leave comments down below and let me know. Anyway, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!